there is a warmth hidden in the winter chill. It is there, just beneath the surface, in our minds and in our hearts. Memories, crystallized and preserved, of a time not so long ago when everything seemed possible. Like ghosts, those moments that even behind closed eyes can still raise goosebumps and stir the soul. Emotions, yes, the powerful and the poignant. But also the improbable and impossible. The wondrous allure of what was and what could still be.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Today it's the rubber match of this three-game series between the Bowie Bay Sox and the Flying Squirrels of Richmond. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Drew Carlisle, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
So stepping in, Andre Harris, hitting .500 in the series so far, 4 for 8. First offering on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
From a hitter's perspective, you knocked a donut off your bat knowing 2 things. This pitcher is out on the mound looking for a strikeout or a double play, so you better set your sights at least belt high.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Ready with the 0-2. Line to the right side. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
All right, take a look around. See where they're playing.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Stepping in, Eric Emerson. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The right fielder.
None out, runners at first and second. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you nothing is worse than having to battle not only the hitter, but the umpire as well. He didn't get some of the calls there, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Just got to go right after the next guy.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Enrique Villegas. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly. Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. If you were to describe right field in one word, I think it would be cannon. And that's what this guy brings to the table. An absolute cannon to go along with great range. Don't test the arm.
So striding forward now, Mason Williams. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Swing and a liner.
On the back, pick it
Leaping
up, pick
try,
it up.
but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. 1 run scores. And the throw in gets away from him. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
Striding in, Craig Boyles. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Calling for it, Montañez. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. The relay throw, and they get the double play at third. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No error. Into the box now, Eric Carnuth, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Carnuth.
On the ground is short. Harris comes up with it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. Stepping into the box, Andre Harris. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Scooped up, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Digging in, Andre Harris.
Now batting, the shortstop, Andre Harris.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground to short. Thacker fields it cleanly. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Stepping up now, Rick Thacker. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, still the only game so far. They've been pretty well shut. Have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
And that's the first out. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point.
The designated hitter, number 4.
Next will be the designated hitter, Edward Harrell. First pitch on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Hit back toward the mound. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Carnuth.
Now the payoff pitch home. 2-2. From the line at first. Oh, but the feet of the shortstop is off the mark. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it.
Digging in now, Lou Castro.
Now batting, second baseman, Lou Castro.
2-2-2.
Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, 2 costly errors. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eric Carnuth.
Number 25, Eric Carnuth.
Ground out to short. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. Striding in once again, Andre Harris. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the eighth. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 on its way. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. The Bowie Bay Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Aaron Brooks gets the win on the mound. His first of the Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Harrisburg Senators and the Bowie Bay Sox. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Tom Roberts will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Let's play ball. He's out.
Into the box, Sylvester Peace. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Peace.
Back up the middle. Harris over to his left. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing. Their best tool is the fact that They have amazing speed up and down the lineup. I don't even think the third base coach gives a steal sign. I think a lot of these guys have the green light. So be on the lookout for that today.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Steve Trahern, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 0-2. Ground ball left side. Scooped up on the back. Throw goes to third, and he's safe.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there.
Now batting, Andre Harris. And it's been a good start to the current campaign with the average up over 300 so far. Fouled off. Skied into straightaway right. Peace is over a few steps as he puts it away for the first out. Into the box now, number 65. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 2-2. Ground is short. This could be 2. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he is in there. Now at the plate, Ben Pena. He flew out in his last at-bat.
The third baseman, Ben Pena.
Line to shortstop, and there's one away. Now at the plate, Andre Harris. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Hit on the ground out to short. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. Stepping into the box, Steve Trahern. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much on the any ribby opportunities out there.
And on the error, a run is going to score. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearance, they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. A throw to the plate. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. Standing in, Ben Pena.
The batter, the third baseman, Ben Pena.
This is on the ground is short. Could be 2. There's one. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. At the plate, Andre Harris. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line, and that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
And now the runner's trying for third.
Come on, baby,
Bouncer
you're up,
to the left side. Throw to the plate. Throw won't get him.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Now in the box, Will Eubanks. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you goalies surrendered.
And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 9-1 contest.
Hey, a little better late than never, D-Row. Here, that base hit here in the 8th inning.
Ready for another shot now. Andre Harris starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Hit on the ground to third. Pena scoops it up. Throw to first is in time for the first out. 11-3 the final score in this contest. Harrisburg took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Senators.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set between the Harrisburg Senators and the number 36 gets the ball in.